If you can answer that one yes, then there, my friend, lies the opportunity for you to stay self-disciplined. There is the opportunity for you to say, no matter what comes my way, no matter what obstacles pop up, no matter what struggles I go through, no matter what pain I feel, I will keep going. I will never, ever, ever quit. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Now, this is a verse from the Bible, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11, and I certainly am not here to tell you that I'm a theologian and I can explain to you what this means biblically, but what I can tell you is I memorized this a few years ago because I realized the practical value that it had in my life for my mindset about self-discipline. And so in this video specifically, I'm going to share with you 3 questions you absolutely must be able to answer yes to know if you're going to stick through the self-discipline of the path that you're on to pursue the big dreams and goals that you have. Because if you can't answer yes to every single one of these questions, something's off. Either you're not going after the right dream and goal, or you need to think differently about what you're actually working to accomplish. You need to get yourself to a place where you can say yes to every single one of these. And if today your answer is yes to a couple and no to one, or no to all of them, but you still believe that the dream or goal that you want to go after is amazing and be so cool, then there's some rethinking that you have to do around each of these questions. But it will be very clear to you the power of self-discipline and how to stay committed to that self-discipline so you can stay committed to your big goals and dreams to become the best version of yourself and do some pretty amazing things in this world with your life, with your gifts, and with your talents. As we dive into these 3 things, I do want to share with you the definition of self-discipline that I found online because it will resonate with this message today to help you to really grab hold of why self-discipline is important, why it might not be the easiest thing, but also why it's vital for success. So here we go. Self-discipline, the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weaknesses, the ability to pursue what one thinks is right despite temptations to abandon it. So if you think about this definition of self-discipline, it will tell you a few things. Number 1, you've got to believe that what you're pursuing is right for you. You've got to believe that this is the right path, and at the end of this path is something that's absolutely worth accomplishing. And you're going to realize that there are going to be all kinds of temptations to abandon it. There's going to be other things that are distractions that maybe look better or easier. They might seem like they're more lucrative, but if the true path that you're on today is a true path for you, and it's the path that you're meant to be on, then you have to stay self-disciplined, and you have to keep yourself on that path for as long as you possibly can until you actually get to that end result. And if you go back to the scripture that I read at the start of this, you'll also realize a few things. That pain is part of self-discipline. When you're disciplined, it's painful. It hurts. It's not only that it's not comfortable. I mean, it truly is and can be painful. I'm not making this video to suggest that you need to go through a lot of suffering to accomplish your biggest goals, but pain certainly is something that accompanies any big dream or goal. And it can be psychological, it can be mental, it can be emotional. And again, I'm not here to tell you you need to be traumatized on your path to success, but it's a reality. And if we don't acknowledge the fact that pursuing something great is hard, it's difficult, then we'll give up on going after that big goal or big dream because we feel like, oh, this is hard and this is tough, maybe I should do something else. When in fact, what you should truly realize is that if you're feeling the pain of the pursuit of that thing that you're going after, that actually means you're strengthening yourself, you're strengthening your mind, you're becoming the next best version of yourself, which is required to accomplish major dreams and goals. And the other thing you'll realize from the scripture that I read earlier, not only is it painful, but the payoff happens later. You notice it said later on, however. Later on, however. Let that play in your mind for a little bit. You don't get the payoff immediately. It's something that takes time. That's why it's called discipline. You have to stay disciplined in your pursuits because the payoff is later on, where you get the rewards, where you reap the benefits, where you realize your dreams and achieve your biggest goals. So, with that being said, let's dive in and I'll help you understand each of these 3 questions, not just to know the question, but to really have it ingrained into you to what it looks like or what it could look like for you in your life. And so the first question you've got to be able to answer is the payoff worth the pain? Is the payoff worth the pain? And we kind of touched on this, but let this sink in for a moment. Is what you're going to accomplish, the results, the rewards, the achievement that you're looking for, is it worth the pain? Because you're going to have to go through pain. If you're not willing to go through the pain because you say this thing, the payoff, what I'm trying to accomplish, it's just not worth it. Like that goal or that dream's not that important to me. It's not that meaningful. If you can tell yourself that you're not willing to go through pain because the payoff, the thing you want to create, is not worth it, then you're not going to stay disciplined. Like if you know in this moment, if you can project yourself in the future and say, if I go through some really tough times in pursuing this, am I truly committed to working through the pain? Or do I feel like, the end result of this is really not that worth it? Because if today you can say it's not worth it, today you can say that the payoff is not worth the pain, then you're not going to stay self-disciplined. You can all you want. You can just say to yourself, I'm going to be self-disciplined. I'm going to be self-disciplined. I'm going to stay committed and self-disciplined. But if the payoff ain't worth the pain, you won't stay self-disciplined. And that's okay, because maybe it means you're not pursuing the right thing for yourself, or it's not a big enough goal. It's not a big enough dream. It's not life-changing enough for you or for other people in order for you to work through the pain and the struggles that accompany that pursuit. The second thing you have to think about is, will the people I care about benefit? Will the people that you care about actually benefit from your staying disciplined to pursue those big dreams and goals that you're working towards? If you're looking at your dreams and your goals and you're thinking about the path that you're going to have to take and the pain that will accompany that ultimate pursuit, and you can look at the people that you care about who are around you, family, friends, coworkers, clients, people that you're serving with your message or your products or your services, if they're not truly going to benefit, then you're not going to stay self-disciplined. And the reason for that is that we will do more for other people's benefit than we will for ourselves. So if you're looking at this big dream and this big goal and there's only one person who will benefit from it and it's you, you're not very likely to stick through the pain. But if you know for certain that your spouse, significant other, partner, children, friends, people in your community, the people that you'll serve along your path, if you know for certain that they will benefit, their lives will change for the better because you've pursued that thing and because you're in the progress or process of achieving it, then you'll just keep going. You will endure the pain. You will work through the struggle. In fact, you'll smile at it because you'll say, I'm getting refined. I'm getting better and better every single day that I take a step in the right direction. Every day that I wake up and I move forward towards my dreams and my goals, the people that I care about are benefiting. Their lives are improving. And that will keep you inspired, fueled up, fired up, and motivated to actually keep going through the disciplines of that endeavor. And so you've got to be able to answer this question. Yes, you've got to be able to say, yes, the people I care about will benefit from my pursuit and staying self-disciplined along this path towards those goals that I want to accomplish. So I can give you a perfect example, actually, that ties in question 1 and question 2. I'm right now in the process of recording a video every single day of this year to publish on YouTube. And I can tell you that right now as I'm recording this, it's 2022 and we're 13 days into the year. And I actually put my first YouTube video up in 2016, in September, October of 2016. And I actually went on a 100-day challenge. And I ended up publishing over 150, I think 153 straight videos. You can go back. I left them all up. You can go back and confirm that. But I think it was 153 straight videos every single day when I started that challenge. But then I stopped. And then I picked it back up at the start of 2021, and 5 months later, I stopped again. And I can tell you that the payoff was not worth the pain at the time. When I first started in 2016, I did the 100-day challenge. My only payoff was I wanted to do 100 days of video because I was like, I'm not doing it. I keep talking about it. Maybe this applies to you and your goal and the thing you want to accomplish. I kept talking about making videos and I just wasn't doing it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make a video a day every single day for 100 days. I went 153 days, which was awesome. But beyond that, the payoff wasn't worth the pain. It took effort to put up a video every single day. And then I quit, and I never had a vision for what I was doing. I never had a reward that was actually worth the pain of the effort and the enduring of the struggle and to stay self-disciplined. And then the next piece of this is, will the people I care about benefit? I mean, look, I truly believed that there were people benefiting from the videos that I was making, but I didn't feel that they were life-changing enough. I didn't really have this sense of like, people are really getting something amazing out of this. And maybe they were, but I internally did not have that thought process. So it's not about the reality of the world of who's benefiting. It's your reality. Do you believe people are benefiting from your pursuit? Do you believe your family, your children, your friends, your spouse, your significant other, your community, the people who are hearing your message or receiving your products and services, do you believe that they're benefiting? I mean, that's an internal game. That's a mindset game. If you can know for certain in your own mind, in your own heart, in your own internal being, that people outside of you are benefiting, that's what matters. Now, I'm not saying you should be delusional and act like you're putting junk into the world and people are actually benefiting if they're not. But my friend, you can decide to know for certain if people are benefiting. And since I started this new challenge for myself in 2022 to post a video, publish a great video, an inspiring, encouraging, empowering video every day of 2022, the payoff is not getting to the end of the year and saying I did a video every day. That's one of the payoffs, but that payoff is not worth the pain. The payoff for me is to be able to reach hundreds or maybe thousands or tens of thousands of people with these videos that I'm making to hopefully ignite something special inside of them, the greatness inside of them, the greatness inside of you, so that you'll take the action. You will realize you have the ability to stay self-disciplined if you can answer these questions, so that you just keep going, so that you stay positive and optimistic and hopeful about what you can accomplish in the future. And so the third question that you've got to ask yourself is, will it be painful to quit? Will it be painful to quit? This is the other side of the coin of this, is the payoff worth the pain? So either way, you are probably going to be thinking about pain. I know I've written pain a lot and we've talked about pain quite a bit in this video, but what I want you to truly understand is that there's pain in quitting. There's pain in stopping. You know, one of my videos, my last video that I published in 2021 before I restarted in 2022, it actually has over 16,000 views at this point, when every other video is getting 10, 20, 30, maybe 40, maybe a few hundred. Nothing near over 16,000 views. My last video was my best video, but I gave up. I quit on it because to me the payoff wasn't worth the pain, and I didn't see that enough people were benefiting. And now I'm looking back and I can say that it was painful to quit. Well, now let me take that back. Now I can look back and say that knowing what I know now based on my experience of what I did before, I can tell you that the mission that I'm on to hopefully positively inspire and change lives with these videos, I know that if I quit, it will be painful, because I'll look back and I'll say, what if I didn't quit? What if I never stopped making those videos? How many people could I positively influence to help them make this slight shift in their mind to make a big shift in their life? And that eats at me. Like, what if I would have never quit making videos? What if I would have doubled down after I made that video? Now, I could have never known, because it happened months and months later when it just took off. And I know 16,000 views isn't huge to some people, but to my channel, that was massive. And I don't know what you're pursuing. I don't know what your goals are. But as you're watching this, what if you quit? What if you stopped pursuing those big dreams and those big goals? What if you answered yes to these first two? What if you said, yeah, the payoff is worth the pain, and the people I care about will benefit? And then you looked at this last one, you said, will it be painful to quit? If you can answer that one yes, then there, my friend, lies the opportunity for you to stay self-disciplined. There is the opportunity for you to say, no matter what comes my way, no matter what obstacles pop up, no matter what struggles I go through, no matter what pain I feel, I will keep going. I will never, ever, ever quit. And I can tell you that it won't feel great always, but it's about your ability. Self-discipline is about your ability to control your feelings. And no matter what temptations pop up along your path, to stick to it because you think it's right. Other people don't have to think it's right. You have to think it's right. You have to know in your mind, in your heart, in your being that you are pursuing something that's right for you and your life, and that others will benefit, and that you will benefit, and that the world will be a better place because you never quit. And when it comes to pain, here's a quick analogy, a metaphor that I think will help you stay encouraged and inspired. Years ago, when my wife and I were going to a store to build up our list of our registry for our wedding that was upcoming, I remember sitting down at one of the stores and we're looking at these plates. These plates, we're trying to decide which set of plates, or multiple options, which set of plates are we going to put on a registry? And we're sitting there with someone that's helping us at the store to decide and understand things. And I said, wait a second, this plate looks very similar to this plate. Why is this one significantly higher in price? And the gentleman said, oh, well, that's easy. So this plate over here, the higher price one, is actually a much higher quality plate. It's a stronger plate, more durable plate. It's just a higher quality plate. And my curious mind says, okay, how come it's a higher quality plate? What makes it more refined and a better plate? And he said, oh, well, it's about how they create them. This plate that's higher quality and therefore higher priced, it was in the flames of the furnace at twice the heat for twice the duration of time. I thought, wow, what a great metaphor for life. The higher quality, stronger, more durable plate spent time in the furnace when it was being made at twice as high of a temperature, so even hotter fires, and for significantly longer period of time. But it came out better, it came out more refined, it came out stronger because of it. And my friend, I'm not suggesting you go through literal fire, but metaphorically speaking, are you willing to go through and endure the fire, the pains of life on your pursuit of your path towards your goals and dreams? Because not only will you achieve something, not only will others benefit, but you, my friend, will become more refined, better skilled, more capable, more able to thrive in your life in such a way that benefits you, your family, the community you serve, and the people who are blessed by your presence and the work that you do in this world. And if you want to stay fired up, excited, and inspired, go and watch this video next, because I believe it'll help you to stay encouraged on your journey. And no matter what challenges and obstacles you're facing, my friend, I hope and I pray that you will stay positive and just keep going while you stay self-disciplined.